So Birgit, go ahead and tell us about your story and how, what's going on, because I understand that you have a long history of things that actually go back from the time you were 18. I mean, were you diagnosed with Hashimoto's thyroiditis when you were 18 years old?
Well, actually, not immediately. It was only when I was around 18 years old that I started to have palpitations. I was being sick a lot. My hands were trembling. I overall felt really bad, and I was extremely tired. What I had, the first thing actually that happened to me was when I was 14 years old. I got a severe allergy, but they never found what it was for, not up to now. My nose was runny all the time. So in that time, they gave me, oh God, what was it called? Injections with one or another cortisone to stop that. So that was a bit serious. Then a while later, I got onto stuff that was less harmful for my whole body, that stopped the runny nose and the itchy eyes. Now, I think I was like 25 when they actually found that I had a serious problem with my thyroid. Luckily, there was a doctor that had done a thesis about thyroid, and at that time, that must have been around for the 90s, they didn't know a lot about the thyroid yet. And he actually had done his thesis for university about the thyroid, and he was the first one to notice that that was the problem I had. So he got me on L-tyroxine. What I don't know what it is with you, but you probably know. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
probably similar word.
Yeah.
Now, where do I go on? Actually, I've been suffering with that thyroid for quite a while. Then I've been to see a homeopathic doctor. Yeah,
Mhm.
and he said, "Oh, you have problems with your liver." Right, that has never been proven until later in life. I went to see holistic doctors, and then they saw that that was actually the case. I also had at that time, when I was like around 25, I had severe eczema. That has gotten a lot better. I've got asthma. Now, what else? Asthma. The the reason actually I started to take a clean slate is because I read from a friend on Facebook that he was suffering a lot less from brain fog, and that was actually an enormous issue for me. I found it really hard to concentrate on anything, and that got worse over the years. I'm looking here what when I was 25, I also started on Prozac against depression. I actually stopped taking that last year, and I have come to the conclusion that I don't really need it at all. I'm not depressed. What else was the matter? I have indeed fibro, leaky gut, adrenal fatigue, autoimmune disease, in short, parasites. I have been taken a tablet, Biotics Para, it's called, against the parasites during 1.5 years. It got better, but the moment I stopped taking these tablets, my diarrhea came back. Now I have stopped taking the tablets, and I seem to be totally all right with a clean slate alone. So it's obviously working against these little buggers too. What also has gotten a lot better for me is restless legs. I used to take naltrexone for that. when I take my clean slate, I don't need to take anything else for that. And I sleep a lot better because I had really trouble sleeping because of my adrenal fatigue. So yeah, I'm extremely happy that I found these drops actually.
Well, tell us about your osteoarthritis
Right, I had
with your knees.
oh yeah, I have this, yeah, two things. My knees, I have like my kneecaps are too small. The surgeon said don't get a oh, do you call it in English? When they replace your
Like a knee
kneecaps.
replaced. Oh, okay.
Yeah, they can do the caps too, but they
Mm-hmm.
said it's risky. It could be that you end up in a wheelchair. So what happened is that actually nothing happened with his knees, but I think from always being in the wrong position, I have developed, arthritis, we call it in Flemish. So my knees always ache. Yeah. Also, the gel has gone. The stuff that acts as how do you call it?
The disc, the pad, isn't it?
Yeah,
The
I
cartilage.
have, yeah, the cartilage probably. That's probably yeah. They put in a gel. They put in a gel to sort of help that. But
Like Synvisc or something like that.
yeah,
Hyaluronic acid, Synvisc, they can use. How is the clean slate helped with that?
After a few weeks of using clean slate, I all of a sudden noticed that I didn't go ow, ow, ow when I got up from a chair. And that's something I had been doing for a few years already. Like when you sit for a while and then you get up, it hurts. And all of a sudden I noticed this doesn't hurt anymore. So I'm extremely happy with that. Also, my left hand, that aches, but that's only since a few months actually. And I couldn't pick up stuff with it anymore, like a plate full of food. I couldn't pick that up anymore. That's also better. I still feel that it aches a bit, but I can pick up stuff again. So I'm extremely happy.
When did you start the clean slate?
Not long ago. I think a month and a half ago only. Actually, after and after 3 days, I already started noticing that my brain fog had gotten a lot less. I could focus a lot better. There was something else I wanted to say about.
And then did you start taking Zero In also?
I started and I completely forgot about it because I take loads and loads of supplements and I sort of forgot them. So I'm gonna start again, definitely. Yeah, have to start that again. Oh, something else that I forgot to notice, very important. In the winter, I always have to take tablets because I have inflamed sinuses, and that has gone too. That's over. All of a sudden, I noticed that I hadn't taken a tablet in a few weeks, so that also went really quickly.
So what would you say, like the first thing you mentioned that you started noticing was the brain fog?
Absolutely.
That was a lot better. That was more improved. And then what was what do you think is the next big thing that you started noticing?
Something I forgot to mention actually. Also, after like 3 days, I felt that I was much more awake. I could sleep through the night, and I describe it now to people as I am awake during the day instead of trying to get through my day. So I'm actually awake. I can do stuff. That was a very important one for me. That was the second thing that I noticed. Then after that, actually the pain that was a lot less.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's great because like, you know, you're just starting out, so it's going to be really interesting to see what's going to happen from this time forward, say six months from now or 9 months from now, and see how you progress.